What's up, guys? This is Daniel from Daniel's Apex Sharpening. Tonight I said that I was going to do a video on using the TSPROF Universal Table, and instead of using shears, I put just a inexpensive chisel on there just to demonstrate if it's possible or not. This is actually the first time I'm sharpening a chisel on the TSPROF system. But after a few practice strokes, it looks like it'll work. A little close-up view. As you can see, how I have the universal table angle. You can vary the angle on it, and obviously you can vary the angle on the sharpening rod, or the lift unit, or the dovetail lift unit. So you can manipulate both ends to to get that proper angle. And I just used a marker, felt tip marker, to color the edge that I'm trying to sharpen, and it worked just like a knife. So I'm gonna keep trying to progress through the different stones and see how it works. I'm using Chisel stones, basically 400 to 1000, and a 800 Gritomatic or Veneve OCB diamond stone to bridge from 600 to 1000. So that will be in the middle of the progression. So I got those in the water. Just wait. I only put them in for about a minute or two, because they're technically still splash and go stones. I just like to get them a little wet first. We'll see if this works, and if it does, pretty neat. If not, yeah, I don't really do any woodworking, but I would like to see if I could, get a chisel insanely sharp. And then next time I'm gonna try to find some like wool shears, like the big large metal ones that you see like in the Wrangler Star videos and stuff, that aren't convexed. A couple of people let me know one of my last Facebook posts that the shears that I had were just stylish shears in general are usually convexed. So I'm gonna try to find just some general purpose, a little bit higher quality general purpose shears, and maybe some of the larger ones that are used for cutting leather or wool. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'll try to do that on my next video. So yeah, we'll see if this works, and yeah, we'll start from there. And I appreciate everybody for subscribing and commenting, and I really appreciate it. I really enjoy, I geek out obviously on the stones and all the accessories, just knife sharpening in general. So I'm glad I can share that hobby with you guys. And for anyone else that's just gotten a TSPROF system, or that's into knife sharpeners, or that's just bought accessories, or maybe just looking or in the market, I hope my videos can help. And I'm hoping that can be just a cool spot for you guys to communicate and share this hobby together. So I try not to get in any politics or anything like that. Not that there really is any. I'm not really loyal to any one brand. I go with whatever's the highest quality to me. And right now, in my eyes, the TSPROF system is one of the higher quality ones. I've owned a Wicked Edge Gen 3 Pro that created insanely great edges. I just didn't like the selection of stones. I like the 6x1 format of Edge Pro. It lets me use just anything, so it's just funner for me to use TSPROF. I've had the KME, great system. I've had Hapstone R1, great system. I had the Mad Edge, great introductory system, or system for the money. Definitely a great system for 130 bucks for the basic one. That gets you into the ballpark of using 6x1 edge pro stones. So, all right, I'm gonna start by recoloring this this surface right here. You can see it's just a cheap, I think Walmart is where I got them. I really like these Staples Durmark Sharpies too. They seem to work pretty well. We'll start off with the 400 Chaucera Naniwal Chaucera stone, and I'm gonna get an angle so I can try to do something somewhat repeatable. Just for stone changes. That would be the purpose. Zero it out. I try to have this somewhat directly over the surface that I'm gauging. That's about 8.5, so I need to remember 8.5. Put that in my little granite table. And I probably need to adjust my throw. Actually, that seems about right. Adjust that a little bit backwards a little bit so I don't overshoot. Yeah, these stops are just a must, at least for me, so I don't totally jack everything up at the end. Alright. I angle this so I don't hit the backstop. And I'm just using just a water, I'd say like 99% water, 1% soap mixture. Kind of cool little glass bottles. Let's see how this works. Yeah, it's that backstop. One thing about these Chaucera stones, they load up so quickly, but they're pretty easy to clean. Not too concerned about it. Let's see if I can get a closer up view with the camera. That way you guys can see what I'm seeing. There we go. Try to keep that in focus. That way you guys can see what I'm seeing. Here's what that looks like so far. Just gonna wipe that off a little bit. Yeah, it's not getting the entire surface because I probably jacked it up trying to hand sharpen it before, but I'm trying to get the very edge right here, the portion that interfaces with the wood. So I'd be happy if I can at least get that. A little water on here. Yeah, I just really enjoy using these Chaucera stones. Just kind of mix. Just cutting with them, or sharpening with them, just kind of fun. Just how they feel, the feedback you get from them. Especially the lower grit, I'd say from 400 to 1000. They feel really good. Anyone else that uses the TSPROF system, I use RC grade bearing oil to lube this portion up, the rod that, you know, has a kind of linear reciprocating motion back and forth, and that bronze bushing seems to lubricate it pretty well. That's really thin oil. But yeah, I have like probably 4 or 5 different types of oil that I've tried out. I just kind of stick to that one as my go-to, at least for the, for that purpose. I'd say it's cutting pretty good. It's a tad uneven, but I'd probably contribute that to me screwing that up, hand sharpening. And these just cut so well. Wipe that off a little bit. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but and if anyone else uses Triceratops, maybe you know what I'm talking about. Just the feedback you get from this just makes this kind of sound effect. It's satisfying in its own way. And to anyone that has a TSPROF system and is wondering about the Universal Table, yeah, definitely take a look at it. It's craftsmanship on it is really good. Everything is just CNC'd aluminum. The tolerances seem very tight. You damn near could just put these on the horizontal mounting surface and without the thumb screws. At least it would sit on there without any extra help. That's how tight the tolerances are. Nice. And as long as I'm actually apexing that surface or creating burr, I'll be pretty happy. I'd say I've been taking off a pretty fair amount of material. As you can see, it's just black. Can I feel burr? Yes, I can. Nice. Alright. I'm going to do a few more strokes. I'm going to move on to the next stone. There we go. Yeah, it's got a nice burr on the other side. I probably could have made this a little more, increase the angle a little more to try to contact more on that surface, but this will do for right now. I'll probably go back in at another time or next time I get a nicer set of chisel. Actually, there's 3 other chisels in this little set, both larger and smaller than the one I'm currently using. This is kind of like the middle ground. So on one of the ones I haven't touched, trying to do it myself on hand sharpening, I'll try one of those one time and see if it, contacts the entire angled surface. That would be pretty cool, just to get a giant mirrored surface. But this, it's contacting a pretty good amount. Yeah, that's looking really good, actually. All right, move on to next stone. And that will be 600. This is all my Triceratops are either from Gritomatic or Old One, which I believe he gets these from Gende Industries. If I'm butchering that, sorry. I'm gonna try to get my angle off this real quick. Zero out. Place that right there. I'm aiming for that like 8.5-ish range. And that's pretty damn close, but I'll just for continuity's sake, get that right at 8.5. bit of lag on these angle gauges. Perfect. So I'll stick with. And let's color in this bevel again just to see what it contacts again. Yeah, I really like these red markers from Staples. They work really well. Alright, 600 stone. What's kind of cool about these Gendy stones is they're mounted on stainless or steel backing, so they're a little heavier, but they feel pretty high quality. I mean, that extra weight kind of feels cool compared to the aluminum. I don't know what really difference it makes for, you know, flatness, or, you know, if the steel has tighter tolerances, or that's just what was available. But yeah, they definitely feel extra weight and pretty high quality. And let's just wipe some excess off. Great, that's contacting pretty much the exact same surface as before. And there you go. These chisels are pretty easy to do too. As you can see, I don't really have to do much except go back and forth. The width of the stone pretty much contacts the width of the chisel, or the face of it. Okay. Oh, that's looking really good. Alright, now I'm going to switch to the 800 OCB. I have a feeling that this will definitely take it up a notch. I love how these, all the matrix stones, I love how they cut. Matrix or Veneva OCB stones. They cut great. Alright, so it's a pretty significant change. So we got to bring that down to 8.5. Okay, that's pretty close. That's close enough. Alright, I'm gonna wet this surface a little bit. Seems to do much better when it's lubricated. And immediately, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I mean, it's damn near silent, but it's cutting. I can feel it. Just has a totally different sound than Chisel. And you know, when I take the stone off, when you guys see what it looks like, I'm curious myself. It seemed like the previous stone before this just was cutting so much. I can still feel this one though, and if any of my past sharpenings give a hint, then I'm sure that this cuts just as well as they have in the past. It just feels different, and not in a bad way. See what it's starting to look like. Oh man, that's looking great. That's looking great. A little uneven on the surface. Probably could have done a slightly better job of straightening everything up, but for the most part, I believe that surface that is going to come into contact with whatever material I'm trying to cut is going to come out really, really good. This is just polishing the hell out of it already at even at 800, but they cut so aggressively, so it's almost sounds like an oxymoron, but they do pretty well. I'm equally happy with the OCB stones, Veneva OCB stones, and the Edge Pro Diamond Matrix stones. I think they both work extremely well. Alright, let's try, see what that looks like. Works pretty well. Okay, see what that looks like. Okay, looking really good. Nice burr. Alright, final stone. Trocera 800, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go to 1000. Forgot that I had an 800 in the mix for Trocera. Probably would have been better stick with just straight Trocera, but I like to try to use those OCB stones as much as possible, just because it's something different. Okay, that's at 8, so I can lift that up. There we go. Okay, 1.5. Last stone. And yeah, these the Troceras, they feel so differently. They cut so differently than the rest. Oh yeah. Yeah, you can just hear by the sound that just, you know, it's gonna be different. Oh, that's looking great. So we know that this works at least. You know, for my first time doing it, I'm sure the second time I do it, it'll be even better. Yeah, it's kind of fun sharpening a chisel, even though I will probably never use it, or just kind of open up bags and stuff with it. Sharpening a surface that wide at the bevel was kind of cool. Just seeing how, you know, how much of a mirrored surface you can get on it. I think that's going to go good. Finish off on 1000. I could go up, you know, strops and, or you know, take this up to the 10K or 13K, but I'm just gonna stop right there. Man, I just really like how it comes out. So I'm trying to get you guys included on this. There we go. As you can just see that laser line right there. Yeah, probably could have done a little bit better job straightening this all up. You can see that that will make a difference if you don't have this basically parallel with the whatever surface that you're cutting on. So I probably should have taken a little bit better time to try to even that out, so both planes are parallel. But God, I love how that looks. Yeah, that's crazy how that came out. Really nice, and there's really thick burr. You know, actually, what would be interesting is to make it a part 2 of this video, and the next time, just keep working on this and just start taking it up to like an 8K or 10K Trocera and just see if I can get a mirrored edge and see how well it cuts. Yeah, it's kind of really nice. So yeah, guys, that's the TSPROF Universal Table, or at least a demonstration of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely let me know if you guys want to see any types of different videos or focus on different stones, accessories, mattage system, TSPROF system, anything. And I hope you guys enjoy this stuff just as much as I do. You know, it's cool sharing my hobby with you guys. So, alright guys, I appreciate it. We'll make a part 2 of this video and take this up even higher. Alright, thank you.